Let's talk about the Google Pixel 6 Pro. Now, of course, this came out a few years back, but I still like this device. I mean, I really do. I love this build quality. This phone feels so luxurious. It feels so great in the hand without a case, even though I keep a case on it. But man, when I take the case off, I just love the way it feels. It just feels so premium. Like, love this design. Even though I know the 7 Pro and the 8 Pro and the 9 Pro get ready to come out, but I still like this design better than all of those designs. They should have stuck with this design, honestly. Completely just hide the cameras. I just like this look. I really do. Now, at some point, I'm going to get that 8 Pro, but I still like the design of the 6 Pro better than the 8 Pro. I just do. But man, the way this thing feels, no fingerprints, feels super premium, has a nice thickness to it, has a nice heft to it. You got that aluminum frame. It just feels like high quality materials. Now, with the always on display, I just don't care for it because the main reason that I don't care for it is because it's so, you can't customize it. It's not customizable. It's boring. It's the same thing all the time. And I'm not sure why Google did that. I don't know why they don't make it so you could at least customize it, to your liking, but it's just boring. I don't like that. The fingerprint sensor, no issues. Honestly, it works great. And the display, the 6.7 inch LTPO AMOLED display, it's beautiful. Okay, it does get adequately bright. Let me turn the brightness down a little because you know me, I'm always 100% brightness. I like everything super bright. But man, it's gorgeous. It really is. It's beautiful. No doubt about it. It's beautiful. Doesn't get as bright as some other devices, but for the average person, y'all not using your phone at 100% brightness, so you'll be fine with this. Now, it doesn't even get the 800 nits brightness, but indoors, even outdoors, you should be okay with it. Now, let me say this. The battery life on this device still, and I've had this device now for probably almost 2 years. The battery life is still great on this device. I can literally get 2 days with moderate to heavy usage, 2 days of battery life. So the battery life on here is great. It has a 5,000 milliamp hour battery. Love the battery life. 12 gigs of RAM, plenty of RAM. No issue with that at all. It's IP68 water and dust resistant. That's excellent. The dual stereo speakers on here, pretty good. They could be a little bit better. Maybe they're better on the 8 Pro. I'll let you know when I, get my hands on that device. But they're not bad. They get adequately loud. Now, the sound is not balanced out as well as it is on, like, say, the OnePlus 12 or the S23 Ultra. The sound is not as balanced, but it's still good and it's still relatively loud. So it's not bad. And of course, performance on here is great. Now, keep in mind, I'm not using the Pixel, the Pixel interface. I'm using, I'm trying to remember what I'm using here. I don't know. It just escapes my mind, but I'm not using the Pixel interface. I'm not. And then for some reason, sometime when I'm doing these reviews, my mind goes completely blank and I apologize, but I'm not using it because they won't allow me to set my home screen up the way I want to. See how I have everything laid out down there? It's small and I got a lot of apps laid out. This is the way I like my layout. This is my weather widget. That's what I like. And I want to see a lot of my, my lot of my wallpaper. I don't want to scroll to the right, and I just want to just enjoy that wallpaper. Okay, I don't need to have, the Google feed. I don't need that. Okay, I just don't need now. Different strokes for different folks. If I want to do go to the Google feed, I could always go to it. They got an app where I could go to it, so it's not a big deal. But I don't really use it that much. So Nova Launcher. I'm sorry, finally came to me. I'm using Nova Launcher, so I'm not using the Pixel Launcher. Because the Pixel Launcher, the apps are way too big. and they won't let me customize my home screen the way I want. I don't want that Google bar, at the bottom and you can't move it. I don't want that clock or weather widget up here and you can't move it. No, I want to be able to set up my home screen the way I want to. So that just wasn't doable. All right, now when it comes to performance, it is excellent. Everything loads up really, really fast. It's smooth. Now it would look different. Me using a pixel launcher is going to look a little different when I'm, going in and out of apps. It's definitely going to look a little smoother if I'm using the pixel launcher. But I'm good with this because I don't have any issues with how fast this thing moves and how fast it loads up things. No issue at all. And for some reason, when I'm using this, I don't have to keep touching the app button, the apps more than once. Like a lot of times when I'm using my S23 Ultra, I have to, keep pressing like sometimes I have to press the apps, more than once to open them up. And I don't like that. I just don't like that. And it shouldn't be like that. Not at all. I shouldn't have to press twice just to get something. The touch responsiveness on the Pixel is excellent. It's actually better than the S23 Ultra in my opinion. It's just better. This device has been reliable since day one. It's super fast, super smooth, and like I said, the touch responsiveness is excellent. I already talked about the battery life, talked about the dual stereo speakers, and of course, the camera. It's a Google Pixel, so you're gonna get great, great photos. Videos, not the best, but when it comes to just photos, you're gonna get great photos out of this device. Not as versatile as some other cameras that I have, like the OnePlus 12, the S23 Ultra, the Mi 11 Ultra, the Vivo. I got, other phones that have way more versatility, way more options, things you could do in the camera, the camera app. But if you're just a point and shoot and you just want solid photos, you're going to get them out of the Pixel 6 Pro. Now, one other thing. Now, this device is going to receive Android 15, but it will not receive Android 16. But the good news, even though it's not getting, excuse me, y'all, even though it's not getting Android 16, it is still getting 2 more years of security updates. So you're going to get security updates up until 2026. So keep rocking your Google Pixel 6 Pro. Also, you can get this device if you're, somebody's in the stock Android, you just want pure vanilla Android. This is the device you want to consider getting. Okay? Google everything, especially the Google software. It is tons and tons of Google software on here that you can use, tons of AI and all that great stuff you can use. It's a lot. Okay? It's tons of it. All you do is scroll all the way down to tips and support. You open this bad boy up and go to tips. See, your Pixel just got more helpful. All of this stuff here. Just tons and tons of stuff. Smart features, navigation, tools, pro tips, customization, personal safety, digital well-being, chat and share, entertainment, security, privacy, accessibility, offers and upgrades. Navigation. It's just so much stuff in here that you can do because it is Google software, and it's going to work great. Okay, so there's a ton of stuff you could do with this device. Ton of it. Okay, I love, and that what's that, speech to text? Woo! You know what? Google still has that on lock, honestly, because when you can send a text message with your voice, okay, and most you can do that with any phone. You can do speech to text, but it's extremely accurate, and not only just accurate on here because I got my OnePlus 12. It's super accurate. Okay, that's not the issue. But the difference with this is that when you use speech to text, you can say send and it'll send without you having to press the button. Like, hey, what's going on? How's it going? I'll check you out later. Send. Excuse me. Still no other phone can do that. Not to my knowledge. To say send without even having to touch the send button, that is freaking awesome. I love that. Okay. This thing can transcribe almost so many different languages. I mean, it's just ridiculous how many languages that this thing can transcribe. It's crazy. Okay. And in this country, more and more we're dealing with people from other countries. So if you don't understand them, it's good you have your Pixel. You can let them talk right into your phone. It'll translate to English, and then you can communicate and know what they're saying. They'll know what you're saying. Because I remember I'm a train operator, and somebody got needed some information, and I was like, I don't understand. They whipped out their Pixel, and it translated what they were saying to me, and I was able to help them out. That made me feel good. Now, even though I don't use this phone all that often, but I do pretty much use it every day when I'm home. But I'm gonna put my SIM card in here again and start using it a little bit more, because it's really an awesome device. It's really great. I really don't have any issues with it, except, okay, no face unlock. I wish it got a little bit brighter. And of course, they could have, made it a little more customizable. But other than that, it's a great device. It's definitely worth picking up. You could probably get it for less than $350. So it's dirt cheap. The display is absolutely gorgeous. Speakers are good. The battery life is great. Like I said, I'm not having no issues with this. I haven't had any issues with this device since day one. And when the latest version of Android comes out, you get it first. Okay? Also, great photos. You're just a point and shoot. This is the phone for you. All right. So is the Pixel 6 Pro still worth it today in 2024? Absolutely. Should you consider picking it up? Absolutely. Will you be satisfied with it? If you're a stock Android purist, you will love this device, and you will definitely want to pick it up. I'm not a big stock Android type of guy. I like Oxygen. I like One UI. I like Fun Touch. Stuff that has a lot of customization to it. That's just me. But everybody ain't like me. That's why it's nice to have. That's why I like Android so much, because you just have so many different options, so many different flavors. Like, it's like going into an ice cream shop and there's 32 different flavors. Excuse me. So many different options and customizations, and unlike iOS where everything is the same, and it's just, to me, that's just boring and bland. But that's just my opinion. But yeah, this is still a beast of a device, flagship device, excellent performance. Everything is just top notch. Highly recommend this device. All right. Thank you all for taking the time to view this content. I do appreciate it. I hope everybody out there is staying safe, staying well, and I'll check you guys out in the next one. Peace.